prior to the painter putting a tinted primer on the walls, which will really show us where there's any issues that need additional work at that point in time. And so what we're looking for is any areas, such as right through here where there were excessive sanding marks to where you can see the vertical lines going up and down from the sanding sponge. Any areas like this where there's still texture on the metal bullnose, we want to get that off. Any areas such as this right in here where there were air bubbles within the joint compound that showed through when after it dried and cured. Here again, more sanding marks right through here we don't want there. These bull-nosed areas, three-way corner pieces that are on the sheetrock itself underneath these areas. It's just always hard to get those blended in the first time. They always take quite a bit of work to get it right to where it looks like it should. The cleanup crew will be back in here in a few hours, get up all the stuff off the floor. Anything where the sheetrock mud dropped, all the dust, all the chunks, we will scrape the floor again, vacuum it up real good, then mop it actually, and we'll be ready for the painter to shoot the walls. And here again we'll use a tinted primer on these walls because that tint will allow us to see any deficiencies that we might miss at this stage, going through and cleaning up the texture real good. It gets to the point where you're almost looking for a snowman in a snowstorm. So that tinted primer will really help see anything that we may have missed. Some areas such as this right here that you can now see in the glare where the sanding marks that probably don't show up on the video, but this area all through here needs some extra work done to it. The sun coming in that window really make the flaws in the sheetrock show up. All the corner areas on the windows, we look at those and so we need to put a little bit more mud in through here, clean that up a little bit. This corner here, we just worked on that a little bit, so the mud's actually still wet right here from where we were touching up a little bit. Areas such as this, it might need some additional sanding. Any joint compound that might be on the bull-nosed areas, we want to go ahead and get off. Anything that may need some additional touch-up. These corners right here have been sanded down a little bit. Excessive sanding marks is what was going on through here. We did some extra work right here in the nichos, but these are always hard areas to get. So we'll do a little bit more work in here. We'll have artwork or bronze, some feature item in here. So we want it to look nice. Areas such as this right here where the mud needs to come off right there. Get that sanded off through there. Great room. The beams need a little bit of touch-up work. These windows back along the back wall overlooking the river needed some touch-up work done to them. Radius walls like this where we flare the sheetrock. You can see here how we flared it out. It doesn't go straight back, it flares. Always hard to get right, but when you do get it right, they look phenomenal. Again, that fireplace will be all stacks cone. It's going to be a phenomenal house. The walls will look great. The texture's going to look great. Paint will look great. So we'll shoot another video once we have some primer on the walls and y'all can see what that looks like at that stage. As always, thanks for watching. Tomorrow.